I'm Diana from Kingston. Over the past few months, we've been working with lots of schools in Southwark to try and make schools greener. This video was produced to help raise awareness of the issue.
Hello, my name is Pinto. I'm a Year 12 student at St Saviour's and St Olave's. Today I'm going to be talking about a sustainability project that some Southwark school students are developing to address the threat of climate crisis. St Saviour's and St Olave's, Kingsdale Foundation School and Alleyn are working on a project that seeks to establish consistent and effective recycling in secondary schools.
Southwark's recycling scheme is pretty good compared to other boroughs, and they've made it easy for us to recycle by not asking us to separate different types of recycling.
What can and cannot be recycled within our borough, which is Southwark? Paper, cardboard, glass bottles, jars, household plastic packaging, metals like cans and tins, and food and drink cartons are recyclable in Southwark. But on the other hand, some of the things that can't be recycled include things like paper cups, paper plates, paint tins, carrier bag, like one-use carrier bags, sweet and crisp wrappers, electrical items, toys, and plastic coated paper.
These are all different symbols to show whether or not a product is recyclable. The first three symbols all indicate that a product is recyclable, but also give specifics as to how you should recycle it. For example, whether or not you should rinse it first. The second three symbols all show that the product is not recyclable or is not always recyclable, and often they will advise you to check locally. The third, the tidy man symbol, is a symbol that started with a campaign in the 1960s to encourage people not to litter. It has nothing to do with recycling, but many companies give a small donation to the Tidy Man campaign so that they can put the symbol on their products to make them seem recyclable. Finally, these symbols tell you what a product is made of, for example PET or PVC. Numbers 1 and 2 are generally widely recyclable, whilst numbers 3 and 6 are also recyclable in some areas, but numbers 4, 5 and 7 are not usually recyclable in almost all areas. All of this can be very confusing, which just goes to show that recycling is not always the best option.
Unfortunately, plastic's a real problem when it comes to recycling. Only around 4% of the plastic we put in our recycling boxes is actually recycled in the UK.
Our planet has a finite amount of resources. This means that they're limited and we can't replace the materials we take from the planet with new ones. All the metals, gems, coal and oil we take out of the ground every day took millions and millions of years to form. This is why it's so important that we don't buy anything we don't need, that we don't waste, we repair, we reuse and we recycle everything we can.
There are a number of things you could do to reduce waste, such as limiting the number of plastic bags you buy. You could try carrying one with you instead. And a way that schools could improve is by printing less or making them A5 if necessary. Try double-sided printing too.
We need to find ways to reduce plastic consumption rather than recycle it.
Rather than buying a product that you don't need, it's better to reduce waste by not buying it in the first place. Resourcefulness goes a long way. If you do have things that you don't want anymore, you don't necessarily have to throw them away. For example, clothes can be passed down, or shopping vintage might be a good idea.
However, there are also a number of limitations and advantages to recycling. Recycling can involve energy usage and hazards. The biggest limit is that not all materials can be recycled. For example, composite materials. Composite materials are materials that are made up of two or more and combined together. In addition, material can only be recycled a limited number of times due to degradation through the process. However, recycling has a huge number of advantages as well. Properly done, it reduces the usage of raw materials, air pollution, water pollution, and greenhouse gas emissions.
So, recycling involves used products being repurposed into new products to prevent the materials used from ending up in landfill. Why is it so important? Well, the Earth's natural resources are dwindling. Recycling reduces the need for further mining of limited raw materials, reducing the unnecessary use of energy, pollution and destruction of animal habitats around mines. The refining and processing of these raw materials also uses a lot of energy and can lead to the production of harmful air and water pollutants, so recycling can prevent this. Recycling also means that we will be producing less waste, of which we produce 2.12 billion tonnes a year worldwide. This would fill enough trucks to go around the world 24 times. So, there will be less landfill and burning of waste materials, which are hugely harmful to the environment. So in conclusion, recycling can help to keep our carbon footprint low, reduce pollution and our demand for limited raw materials, and save energy.